Hey guys, it's Shell. I promised that I would come on here live and share some little tips and tricks that I learned over the last couple of months and how I lost 10 pounds in 2 months, which was a relief on my body, I have to tell you. so, I'm going to just take about 15 minutes of your time because I want to give you all of the goodies. And if you need to, if you need to lose weight and you don't know how, or you just need to get healthy and you don't know how, I'm really hoping that this live video helps you so that you can do that. You know what I mean? So let me tell you what I did. So I took a few steps, took about 8 or 9 steps that I did that was really, really helpful and helped me to lose 10 pounds in just a couple of months. So the first thing that you really can't overlook is drinking water. Girl, you don't want to forget that. Like, that is so incredibly important. And I'm going to tell you, like, before I started, like, drinking water or whatever the case may be, like, I could tell, like, there was a difference. Like, I felt heavy. I felt sluggish. I was losing a lot of energy. And, I was like, okay, I know better. I know what I'm supposed to be doing. Let me make sure. Let me get my numbers together. And let's just determine, like, how much water I'm supposed to drink. So what I learned was you're supposed to take how much you weigh, divide it by 2, and that's how many ounces of water you should be drinking a day. So I would say roughly like 8 to 10 glasses of water a day. Each of those glasses are about 8 to 10 ounces of water. So for me, I was drinking upwards of 90 to 100 ounces of water a day. So that really, in just a few days, I started seeing a real difference. But the really good trick to get your metabolism kicked up is to drink the first glass or two when you first get up, even before you go brush your teeth. Just go ahead and get you 2 glasses of water in before you have anything to eat. It revs up your metabolism. So that's the first step. Drink your water. Determine how much you weigh. Drink your water. The second thing is eat every 2.5 to 3 hours. This really helps to keep your metabolism up, because let me tell you something about, and you might know my story and go look it up on this page if you don't. But what happens with when you starve yourself? Your body clings on to every morsel of fat that you have. So when you don't eat for long periods of time, your body's like, oh, well, if she ain't going to eat again for like 10, 12 hours, then I'm just going to, I'm going to hold on to this fat. I'm going to hold on to what she's eating now, because we don't know when she's going to eat again. So it's really, really important. If you're trying to lose weight, don't starve yourself. That is a no-no. You don't want to do that. So eat every 2.5 to 3 hours. So you're probably wondering, if I'm eating every 2.5 to 3 hours, like, what should I be eating? Well, I'll tell you. Plenty of greens. So that's step 3. What you're eating is very important. Step 3 is make sure you have plenty of greens. Now you might say, oh, I don't like vegetables and this, that, and the other thing. Well, I'm going to tell you right now, you better wrap your lips around some vegetable and act like it's ice cream, because that is the thing that is going to help you stay full and also keep the train running out the station, if you know what I mean. So you really want to keep those greens up. So you can have your protein. If you're a steak eater, you can have a nice piece of steak. Try to get it where it's like, it's lean. It's not too fatty. So you might not want to do the prime rib, and it's kind of on the pricey side. So you might not want to do the prime rib for the cost alone. But try to get like a lean piece of steak, and it could be, I guess, depending on what your goals are. I'm gonna say for a gentleman, I'm gonna say probably 8 to 10 ounces of steak, but I don't know. I think you really have to align it with your goals, and then say, well, how big do I want that to be? Personally, I would make that protein be like a quarter of your plate, with your carb being another quarter of the plate, and that half the plate with greens. That's a pretty decent way to kind of figure out how much you should be eating. And then again, judging how big your plate is. So a basic size 8 to 10 inch dinner plate. So step number 3 is eating plenty of greens. Then I just finished talking about this, but that's step 4. Make sure your meals include lean proteins such as chicken breast, white fish like cod, egg whites, and turkey bacon. So those are just some examples of what you could do, but there's plenty of other examples of lean protein that you can get. Personally, I'm starting to like salmon a lot, and if you cook it right, that's something you can have every day. And the great thing about that is that it's rich in omega-3s, which is really good for us. So dinner, keep it light if you can. If you can have your dinner without the carbs, I'm not saying cut out your carbs, but at dinner time, if you can cut those carbs out, you be in good shape. You be in good shape. So then I would say make 1/4 of your plate be the protein, and 2 3/4 of the plate being greens. So figure out what that is. If it's collard greens, if it's spinach. Spinach is my personal favorite. If it's like broccoli, or even if you have a carb like veggie, which would be the broccoli, cauliflower rice, by the way. If you a rice eater, cauliflower rice will save your life. When you're trying to start to healthify your plates, cauliflower rice will save your life. I had it the other day. I was surprised at how much I loved it. But that's a really good, staple for that. So you can do spinach, like I say. On the carby side, you can do broccoli, cauliflower, zucchini is a really good one. You saute that up with some chopped onions and some garlic, some chopped garlic, and then put your favorite seasoning on there. Personally, I probably shouldn't do it, but sometimes I put adobo, and then if I'm not using adobo, I'll do a little bit of Old Bay and put it on my... If you season your veggies right, you'll start to love them again. That's all I gotta say. But anyway, honestly, keep those meals light at night. And then, if you a drinker, I hate to break it to you, but no drinking. Okay? If you're serious about this, no drinking during your time that you're on your journey. I'm just saying what worked for me, but I didn't have any alcohol, and it gave me really great results. Then the other thing, I think this is obvious, but I'm going to put it out there anyway, no dessert. Now for me, I think we're on our 7th one. For me, dessert is a thing. I got a sweet tooth. I love anything sweet. You put some sugar in it, and I can just, have that all day. But you can't have any dessert, so it's no dessert. But I'm lucky enough that I have someone who gives me really great protein bars. So I get my protein and I get my fiber, and then I satisfy that sweet tooth. But I'm not blowing out my results, the things that I work so hard for. Tip number 8 is go to bed early. You would be surprised at how much of a good night's sleep makes a difference in your results. You gotta get to bed early. It's just as simple as that. You have to get to bed early. You have to get at least, I know it's hard because, some of us out here working 2 and 3 jobs, and it's like, it's hard to get in. If you're getting home at 10, 11 o'clock at night and you got to be at work at 8 o'clock in the morning, it's really hard to wind down and get to bed early. But you have to if you want to see results. Have a cup of hot, what helps for me? Have a cup of warm milk. I drink skim milk, so there's very low fat in it. Or if you're a vegan or you just can't tolerate cow's milk, have some almond milk or cashew milk or coconut milk or something, a warm cup of tea even. Sleepy time tea is something that I really, really, really enjoy at night. So that's something that you can try. And just relax yourself. And another thing that kind of helps me out is doing a little bit of yoga. So I have some instructor led programs where I can pick a yoga program and just kind of just wind down for the night and just do some light stretching because it really relaxes the muscles and it also concentrates on your breathing so you're able to get a good night's sleep. I had the opportunity to 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 enroll myself in a nutrition program. I had an opportunity that kind of walked me through these steps that I just illustrated. So I had to share it with you guys. I had to share it with my fierce and fabulous fans. This program that really helped me with my nutrition. I mean, I cannot tell you how important that was and how much of a difference it made in my results. Like I'm on top of the world. And this program was just on my nutrition. It just focused on the hard. It's always been the hardest part for me. I don't know about you guys, but like I could work out, but like I'll work out like according to whatever program or whatever. I can work out 3-4 times a week, 5 times a week even. But it's always what I'm putting in my mouth during the day that is the challenge. And it's really been hard to kind of create a discipline around that. So when I was like, look, I need help. Okay. I was like, I need some help. I can't take it anymore. So I enrolled in this program. And I should give you a disclaimer because the steps that I outlined earlier, now this worked for my body. I don't know about you guys, how if you're struggling with this at all, but especially when I'm hitting the big 50 fast and furious, like this was really very, very helpful because let's face it, as we get older, our metabolism slows down. We can't do what we used to do before. We can't skip meals like we used to do before. And we certainly can't eat anything that we want to. But if we want to get results, we have to kind of like figure that out along the way. Because I don't know about you, but over the last 5 years, it's been hard to do, you know what I'm saying? To keep those pounds down. Like it's been really, really, really difficult. Not only am I pushing 50 hard, really dealt with like an unhealthy relationship with food. Now for me, you might think it's eating too much, but I do have a sweet tooth, so I can go a little overboard with that. But to be truthful, it's not eating enough. That is still a challenge for me. I have to like literally put my phone on alarm to say, Shell, it's time to eat. I could be sitting here doing a live with you or talking to my daughter or doing some work, and time will just escape me. And it will not occur to me that I need to eat. When I enrolled in this program, it was really important to get back to the basics so that I could not only set the example of the folks that I help, but also to keep myself accountable. So one of the main tools that we get in this program is a tracker. And that, I'm telling you, when you can look and see, oh, I shouldn't have did that, and I probably need to drink an extra glass of water there, and I didn't have to have that cookie last night. This tracker basically keeps you accountable for what it is you're eating and what's happening. It allows you to decide what it is you eat. This program is designed for you to take charge of what it is that you put in your body and what works and what doesn't work. And this tracker is designed for that. Because you'll get on the scale one day, it might be 180. Get on the scale the next day, be 178. You get on the scale the third day, you could be 182. And you're going to be like, oh my God, what happened? I thought I was doing good. What? How? Because, first of all, you might be in the first week of the program. Second of all, it could be, the first day you did everything right. The second day, you said, they're having a party at work. I'm going to have that piece of cake. And maybe I'm going to have extra. And then you wake up the third day and it's bloat. It's likely bloat. I can tell you in my personal experience, it's likely bloat. because you did everything good the first day, and then your body is like, well, wait a minute, I thought we was eating clean. And so it's like, all right, then we gonna have this cake, and I'm gonna figure out where all this sugar gonna go. Okay, I'm gonna put it in your fat stores, and then you're gonna gain it's gonna look like you gained 4 pounds. But here's the thing, because this exact thing happened to me. Is all I'm gonna say. Here's the thing. When the fourth day when you come back, or rather that third day when you look and you see you got on the scale and it was like it did some funky stuff. That third day, what you will concentrate on is you would concentrate on getting back on track, making sure you drank enough water, making sure you had your greens, all the servings that are suggested, and making sure you don't have any carbs at dinner. Making sure that you're greening it up. And then when you come back the fifth day, oh, wait a minute, I'm down 2 pounds. And you probably had a really good train exit the station, as it were. And then you're like, oh, I'm down 2 pounds. I'm back on track. That's your body saying, this is what you need to do. This is what you don't need to do. And now we can keep it moving. And that's literally how this tracker is designed, so that you can understand your own body, how your body reacts to certain foods, and ask yourself, is that what I want, and is that according to my own goals? Is that going to help me reach my goals? When you're writing that down, I'm telling you, it's like a message to God saying, okay, we on this journey and we're moving on, and this is what we're doing. So I'm telling you, that tracker is amazing to make you feel good about yourself, because, it's not easy, but it's doable. And with the right encouragement and the right leadership, which I was so fortunate to have, you can actually really make some progress. And frankly, I'm proof of that, right? So, guys, is how I lost 10 pounds in 2 months. And one more thing, which made it really easy, is that I got a nutrition app that I could download to my phone. We all have our phone with us. So when I'm looking at my phone, I can go in there and I need my video for the day. I just need some daily encouragement. I need to make sure I'm staying on track. I have my nutrition app, and I can do all of that stuff from my phone, because this got such great results. I had to share it with you guys. And if you wanted to learn more about this program that I'm on now, and I just started working out the other day, so I'm kind of happy about that, because that's strength training. But it was kind of cool, because I missed working out, so I had to get my workout on. You don't have to work out on this program, but I definitely wanted to do that, because for me, working out is just like it's a mental thing for me. It makes me feel good at the end of the day. It makes me feel strong and empowered, and I just feel really good after a good sweat. So I started working out the other day, and I'm so happy. I'm in my 3rd week of my next program. And but the thing is that I'm still like nutritionist, so you always have to eat. So nutrition is always a part of any full, well-rounded, fitness journey that you're going to be on. So I'm going to continue with this, and I'm going to get new recipes, and I'm actually seriously thinking about getting certified myself at the end of the year. So I'm really excited about that, because then I get to help more people. And the truth of the matter is that some people, they can't work out, they can't go to the gym for whatever reason. Whether they've suffered an injury, or maybe it's temporary, maybe it's permanent, but they still don't want to pack on the weight as they get older, because that just leads to other kinds of diseases. I have diabetes and high blood pressure and heart disease and all that kind of stuff, in my family tree. So staying healthy and staying at a healthy weight is really, really important for me, because I'm just gonna fall susceptible to all of that stuff. It's just gonna, unfortunately, it's inevitable. But I have control, so I'm taking control now. You know what I mean? Maybe you don't need it, but maybe a friend of yours, is suffering, in some kind of way, and they need something like this so that they can lose weight. Or maybe it's not about losing weight, it's just about eating right. It's just about, maybe, because if there are some people out there that suffer from anorexia and bulimia, and they're trying to recover, but they don't know how. And I still deal with personally, I still deal with not eating enough. And it actually has the opposite effect of what you would think. So it's not just for people that are losing weight. It's for people who need to get at a healthy weight. That's really what I want to emphasize here, is that this program is definitely for people who want to get to a healthy weight. I personally have to lose some, but if you're trying to learn how to eat and you're trying to understand what nutrients you need in your body, and how you should balance your meals and what it is that you need to have your body run optimally, this is definitely the program for you. So I'm definitely offering my support, all of my lessons that I've learned about this program, and my experiences, and there to be there for you if you struggle, when you struggle. So that's it. I didn't take up too much of your time. I really wanted to make this really short, but I wanted to make sure that you got all of the valuable information that you may want or need to share with a friend. If this video was helpful to you, do you think you can help a friend? Please share it. Please share it. Share it with your friends. And feel free to leave this page a message, or you can leave me a message at Michelle Leslie. And I'll be happy to answer any questions you have about the program, answer any questions you have about my fit camps, and you can get it started. Okay? Alrighty. Love you guys, and I hope to see you on the next live.